Yeah, discoverability on YouTube's horrible. But discoverability on Twitch isn't very good either anymore. That used to be one of Twitch's strongest points, and now I think it's completely not there at all anymore. Most people will tell you discoverability on Twitch is pretty shit now too. But I also think that's just the market getting so full, so saturated. I don't know if there's necessarily anything that can be done to solve that. That's just top heaviness of live streaming. Yeah, that's the sad reality of it. Thanks to the gifts of Pringle. Disperse the viewers by hosting. See, I wish that worked. I have, for the entirety of me being on Twitch, I have always rated someone after stream to smaller streamers. But it doesn't guarantee that the streamers get an audience. Like, that just, it helps, I guess, a very little bit in the beginning. And that's it. Like, for, like, actually an hour before everyone leaves at most. For example, Umbrella. Umbrella grinds, used to grind 20 hours pretty much every day to try and help raise money, like, for his mom, who needs surgery. So I'd raid Umbrella all the time, and you guys know that. I've raided Umbrella a ton of times. But when I don't raid him, he sits at, like, 6 viewers. And that's with, like, 2 years worth of, like, raids. It just, no matter what, you're not guaranteed an audience, even if you get, like, a spotlight put onto you. Because people go to the platforms just to watch whoever their comfort streamer is, and they usually don't trickle down anywhere else. Which is a shame. You have to carve out your own identity and organically grow on the platforms and get lucky. But then there's other examples of times it does work, like Nicewig. Nicewig got his start because he ended up in Dizzy's game on Apex. And Dizzy raided him. And that gave him the jump start and the motivation he needed to commit extremely hard to content and blow up that way. So it's all just about luck. And hosting and raiding isn't guaranteed to make someone grow. Thanks for the Anonymous 5. Appreciate that. And there you said Matt, Fia, and another anonymous one. How much is luck compared to being unique and entertaining enough? I'd say it's mostly luck. The only thing you can control is consistency. Being unique and entertaining, you could be the most unique and entertaining person ever, but people might not find you. But if they do find you and you're unique and entertaining, there's a good chance they stick around. So, you need to get lucky in order for them to find you first, though. Many also don't want to watch small streamers because they're small streamers. I think that's a very small group of people. I think as long as people are entertained, they don't care how big the person is. In fact, a lot of people have a sense of pride in finding someone small that's entertaining. Shit, I mean, that's an entire culture. Hipsters. So I don't think that's a big part of it. People get mad when they go mainstream and try to gatekeep the thing they found when it wasn't popular. I don't really see that with streamers, but if you're talking about music, yeah. Fuck, that shit happens all the time in the metal community. That shit is so frustrating. Like Bad Omens. I've liked Bad Omens for a long time, and seeing them grow I think it's extraordinary. I'm super happy to see it. But there's so many people that hate them now because of it. Even though they're still good. But now they hate it because they're big. It's so prevalent in metal. Sleep Token is another good one. People hate Sleep Token now because they're big. It's fucking frustrating. Like, they don't want them to succeed. They want them to stay their obscure little, like, unknown thing that they found. Been streaming for almost 2 years, barely gathered 400 followers, starting to lose motivation. What do you recommend? I don't have a good recommendation, man. Like I said, and I've said this literally since I started YouTube, boils down a lot to luck. The only thing you can control is consistency and preparing yourself if you do get that lucky break to try and keep people hooked. That's it. That's all you can do. So you might as well just enjoy it. So I hope you've been enjoying the streaming, otherwise it's truly not worth it. Thanks, Resub Hydrogen. Oh, I guess since you're talking about streaming, another thing you can do, chat pointed it out, is a good point. post your shit on like TikTok and YouTube Shorts and all that. Then that's all. Then that's doing the most you can do. Thanks to Resub Oaksta. Ko says that almost none of it is luck-based, if I remember correctly, and that it's motivation-based than anything. I like him a lot, but I highly disagree if that is his take. Legitimately. There's only two things you can control, which is consistency and preparing yourself if you do get the lucky break. That's it. Everything else is literal cope. Unless you're like Mr. Beast and you come from like a privileged upbringing, you can get like a... Oh, not that Mr. Beast came from a privileged upbringing. I'm talking now. If Mr. Beast was to start from scratch, you could do like a fast pass to success through being able to pay for unique content. 100% you can. But that's not going to be the case for everybody. Luck is legitimately a huge factor in success when it comes to a super saturated market like streaming. 100%. You can be the most motivated motherfucker on the planet. Again, I'm going to use Umbrella as an example because his hours were literally XQC hours. Grinding 20 hours a day. He was also one of like the top Apex players for a while. Like everything he was doing was intense grinding, intense motivation, putting the work in, and he couldn't make a living off it and averaged like literally 6 viewers. That was even after a ton of raids from me as well as other members of the Apex community, and it's just didn't work out. And now he's enlisted. It's not just going to be motivation. There's so much more to it than that. And there's also going to be a level of being able to hold on to the people that find you through a lucky break if it happens. So you're going to need to like be very entertaining. And I think under pressure, like if you've never had people come see you, under pressure, you might drop the ball and they don't come back. Because again, trickle down doesn't happen in streaming. People go on Twitch, go on YouTube just to watch whatever streamer they like. When they're offline, they'll go to their second favorite streamer, then their third. It's very rare that they explore like small streamers. Doesn't happen. Which is why Twitch is so fucking top heavy. How to fix it though? You don't. There's not a solution to it. That's actual life. You know the expression, it's not oh god, what is it? This is an old one. It's not what you know, it's who you know, I think is what it is. In a lot of cases, that applies to streaming as well. But even in this case, even if it's who you know, you're not guaranteed shit. Because again, people will just fucking leave within the first like 5 seconds of a raid if you don't start jingling those keys immediately. Do it like a hobby, not a job. That way you're good either way. Yep. 100%. It boils down to getting lucky, so you might as well just enjoy it. Otherwise, it's not worth your time. Then at least you won't have wasted everything for it. TikTok fame first, then plug Twitch in. It's not a bad strategy. Thanks to Resub Grape. That could work. Do you think there's a difference between female and male streamers in terms of getting big? Yeah, but not in the way you think. I've said this since day fucking one. I feel bad for female streamers, especially the smaller ones. Those communities are fucking awful. Like scary. Like actual scary people. I don't know how women on Twitch commit to getting big on this platform. When I used to go through the categories and like do donations to smaller streamers pretty often, when I'd go to like a female stream in the lower parts of the category, the chat was fucking unhinged. I don't know how they'd stick with it. It's fucking brutal. It's weird. There's weirdos there. I was fucking afraid of them. Examples? I didn't put this... I don't remember if I talked about this or not. I donated like 50 gift subs to a streamer. I think she was playing Duel Links. I can't remember if it was Duel Links or not. And the second I did that, one of her top gifters got so fucking upset. Like, who is this guy? Do you know this guy? Who just did this? Who was that? And then he one-upped me. He's like, I can't have that. This is ridiculous. Don't come around here ever again. And I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. This man lost his fucking mind. I stepped on his turf, I guess. Like, they get legitimately possessive. It was horrifying. It was horrifying. You're not that guy, pal. Fucking true. That was a real you're not that guy, pal moment.